Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to the Spirit's Path. This is your June horoscope for 2021. And I'm going to do the same thing I've done here the last couple months. I'm going to draw one card for the theme of the month and then 4 cards for each week. And then we'll tie that into the theme. But before we get started, let's recap what's been going on here this year. All right, so this year is the year of the ancestor. It's listening to your own universal beat, Scorpio, and moving forward through those birch trees and listening, making a commitment more or less, and staying dedicated and moving forward on that path, that spiritual path that's out there. Now, January was all about the kingly aspect of the bows, that king of fire in action, right? And the king of bows has some magical power and healing, so that's how you started January off. And it kind of asks you, where do you need to take charge with your life? Where do you need to take charge in work? Where do you need to take charge in your spiritual quest, right? And it's also asking you, where's your enthusiasm leading you? In February, it was all about getting together with those that are like-minded, having that camaraderie, that hearth fire moment. Again, this is bows, so this is creative energy. This is action energy. All right, maybe you need to take charge within your workplace, in your work situation. Maybe you need to take charge with, leading a project. Okay, maybe you need to take charge in getting people together, right? Into, looking at a common goal. That was going on in February. And then in March, the horse came along, the Knight of Stones, and Knights are all about fighters and tacticians. They also like to start quests. Now this is slow plotting energy, I should say, not prodding. And the horse shows you your path throughout the month of March. All right, and it also asks, where did you need to push through, and what is holding you back that month. So maybe that was an opportunity looking back, and the horse is actually looking back at that hearth fire moment into February. Based on the actions that you've done so far, April was a very generous month for you, okay? By taking charge, by putting people into a project, all right, by pushing through, maybe, through your work situation, you've gotten a raise, okay? And now maybe your organization is being generous to you, okay? Now, the generosity could come in a lot of different forms, all right? But it's an energy, right? Vessels is a water energy, okay? It's a psychic energy. Okay, it's kind of an emotional. So maybe you're generous with your spirit. Maybe your spirit's being renewed. Okay, because the Eight of Vessels rebirth. Now, and maybe as you're going through and doing things with your organization, you feel that acceptance, that value, that you're doing something well. All right, and you're beaming because of it. All right, and that was going on in April. And then in May came Ten of Bows, responsibility, giving you more of that responsibility along the way. Your peers recognize you, and they say, you know what? You're willing to take charge. You're willing to push through. You're a great collaborator. You're able to bring things together, and we're going to give you a little bit more responsibility moving forward. We know you can handle it. So this feels more like a career as I'm looking at this, and I think I said that last month as well. You got a lot of bows down here, so that's a lot of action energy happening for you this year with the ancestor as you're walking your spiritual path. So let's see what June comes out. And right off the bat, life lessons card of the wheel. Okay, so in May you had that Ten of Bows responsibility. In June, you're going to be the maker of your own destiny. Okay, you're going to take your fate to wherever you want to go. Because here you've got the loom, and the wheel stands for pretty much opportunity all over the place. Okay, there's gonna you've got the sun and the moon there, so it's not seasonal. It's every day. It's every night. You've got 3 herons in the background, which to me is the king of vessels. Heron. It's the king of psychic energy, and you've got the wisdom of the feathers, right, from all the arrows birds. So you have some thinking intellect, right, from the wren, from the hawk, from the swan, and from the kingfisher, right? They're all represented there, okay? This is a good opportunity to make what opportunities you have to fit your life in June, Scorpio. What a great card to start off in the month of June. I actually like that wheel card. I always have, because it's just you can do so much with it, right? It's all up to you and how you move forward. Okay, so the first week, that card flipped right out, is going to be represented by the Two of Arrows in attraction. If you're the maker of your own destiny, you're going to attract things to you to help you out with your fate, with what's going on. That's that first week. The second week in June, Scorpio, is going to have the theme. I just want one card. We'll take that one right there. Put these others back. That second week, that second week's going to be represented by the King of Vessels and the Heron. And geez, oh Pete's, here you've got the three. Now you've got four herons out there, right? Listen to your emotions. Listen to your psychic ability. All right, take on that kingly aspect of that heron to understand where you're going with your destiny. Okay, talk to spirit. Talk to the universe. Ask them. The path that you're on, right? Give you more stability, more security. And as I say that, the Woodward comes up. Woodward is another life lessons card of strength, all right? Of mental fortitude, of physical strength, of being able to, see things differently, and he's got the hawk in the background, right? Over his left shoulder. So able to see things, with vision and power, right? That's how that strength card, that Woodward, comes out. And then the fourth week, I really like this reading already, Scorpio. That fourth week, represented by the Page of Arrows and the Wren. And wow. Let me put these cards up. Wow, just a Page of Arrows, the Wren. The smartest bird that's out there, able to fly on the back of that hawk. Represented in the wheel card as well. He's a messenger. He's a messenger of intellect, communication. Right? He's of the air sign. You got a lot of water down here as well for this month. But let's see how this all relates together. All right, Scorpio. So there you have it. For the month of June, the theme is the wheel, and you start out. We talked about this at the beginning. Let's just talk about the first week. The first week is two of vessels in attraction. Okay, being the maker of your own destiny, being the maker of your own fate, making whatever color you want of that shirt. Okay, making whatever decisions you need to make. You're going to attract some emotional energy, some water energy, some psychic energy into what's going on, and that's fitting because it goes into the second card the week after that with that King of Vessels, the Heron. Now, what are you going to attract? Okay, now look at that card very closely. All right, you've got love coming through your heart. Okay, which it's on fire. Okay, you've got maybe there's a mate that you have there, right? And it's going to fill up those cups of significance, of water energy, of emotional energy, right? So, here you've been working hard all year, and you're to make your own destiny in the month of June. But in that first week of June, you're going to be attracting somebody special to you. This could be a relationship. It could be a new project. It could be something that is meant for you to continue to move forward, right? Then the second week, you got the King of Vessels showing up. The King of water, the King of emotions, all right? And he's very good at psychic perception. And now you've got four of these herons sitting in this in the spread, more to say, and giving you the 4 times the amount of psychic perception, right? Giving you 4 times the amount of that psychic, that intuition, okay? Your intuition is really, really strong, okay? And things are going to be going your way this month, Scorpio, into making whatever destiny you want to make. Now, the king is going to sit there and ask you, where do you need to be more tolerant? If you're attracting things, maybe that tolerance level's got to go up a little bit, okay? If you're leading an organization, you're leading a group project, maybe that tolerance needs to come down a little bit, right? Where do you need to be more, where do you need to be tolerant of your emotions, right? Of not letting things hold you back. And then the king also asks, who's depending on you for support, all right? As you're making your own path, so to speak, you're weaving your own loom, who's depending on you to make those decisions? Keep that kingly aspect, that psychic perception in your back pocket this month as you're moving forward in making your own destiny. The life lessons card that comes along with that in the 3rd week is the Woodward, all right? And to me, the Woodward's all about strength. It's having that mental strength. It's having that physical strength. It's having that spiritual strength. Strength overall, because, the Woodward walks through the wildwood forest. And when he comes upon the those that are wandering through, our journeys are sometimes difficult. Our journeys are sometimes easy, but when we're making our own fate, when we're, the weaver of that loom, there's going to be times where we want to quit. Okay, there's going to be times where we want to put that loom down and say, you know what? I'm so close, but yet I'm so far away. The strength card during that 3rd week, the Woodward is going to come along and say, you know what? Push forward. Okay, just like the King of Vessels is asking you, where do you need to be more tolerant? Watch how you're using your energy. Save some for that rainy day. Save some for that time where you need to make that extra push. Okay, because sometimes making that destiny isn't easy. Okay, in that faith. So, keep a reminder on where your strength levels are at. And then finally, that in the 4th week is represented by the Page of Arrows in the Wren. And now the Wren is a guardian of, the winter season, right? And the winter mysteries that are out there. Shows up in the Hooded Man, all right, which is really good. And, it's one of the feathers that's on that, it's on that loom, right? And, one of the things I didn't talk about was the hawk in the background. And, you got the heron, you got the hawk in the Wren, pretty much, in that wheel card, that destiny. Okay, now the Wren is one of the smartest birds that are out there. This page, even though she's a messenger, it's all about air, logic, and reasoning. Okay, as you're making your fate and you're attracting things to you and you're listening to that King of Vessels and you're looking at that psychic perception, listening to your intuition, and you're becoming stronger, the Page of Arrows is asking you, what do you need to overcome? What else do you need to overcome to take that next step, to push through that barrier, right? To push through and finishing your destiny, right? To push through and finishing that fate, for the spiritual quest that you're on this year, all right? And then the other question is what is the mystery? What is the mystery of that King of Vessels that's out there? What is the mystery of that attraction? What is the mystery of that Woodward? As you're thinking about your fate and your destiny, okay, and understanding that within the wheel, there's different spokes. Think about all the people that have touched your lives, right? At work, at home, in school, that has helped you achieve, or helped you move forward to being the maker of your own destiny. All right, Scorpio? So there you have it. Today's theme. June's theme is the wheel card. Enjoy it. This is a great month for you. Attract. You're going to have a lot of attraction going on. Listen to your psychic perceptions with a King of Vessels. Be strong with the Woodward. And, look at the message from that page of arrows coming through and saying, you know, what do you need to overcome? And, you know, what's the mystery? Stay curious. All right, enjoy the wheel for the month of June, Scorpio. Hit that like button for me, share it with others, and subscribe to the channel. This is D for the Spirit's Path. We'll talk to you in the month of July. Take care, God bless, and stay safe, everybody.